Hi, I'm Tracy Ford, the editor of RCR Wireless News, and I'm here with Stu Bennington from Tellabs. He is the director of Global Portfolio Planning.
4G themes tend to be really reflecting a couple of trends. Number one is there's a lot of 2G and 3G out there in the market today, and so while 4G tends to drive more bandwidth in the network and more IP and Ethernet in the network, in many cases it coexists with a lot of the embedded infrastructure. So we have been participating in a lot of activity related to evolving networks from 2G and 3G to 4G, but also there's a lot of traction around looking at some overbuilds and some IP Ethernet optimized networks for 4G so that it simplifies the deployment model, it simplifies the ability to get capacity out in the network. And then the other component of that is there's a move toward building intelligence both into the RAN and by combining functions within the packet core and the mobile infrastructure. LTE lends itself to a more intelligent distributed network that ultimately serves a better user experience for the end user and more operational simplicity and efficiency for the operators.
And what parts of the infrastructure ecosystem are you supplying?
So we supply the packet core through something called the 9100, the Smart Core 9100. So in the mobile WiMAX world, there's an ASN gateway and a home agent, and so we provide that component and then work with a variety of different radio vendors. And that's one of the really attractive things that these operators have seen is that they have the choice to separate the decision on the packet core from the radio and the rest of the infrastructure decision. So it gives them more bargaining power and it lets them more flexibly accommodate new technology into the network. Right, yeah, the 8609 and 11 are smaller edge devices that are evolutions of current products that we have at the cell site. And so the idea is going back to the concept of combined infrastructure where you have 2G and 3G migrating to 4G. These cell site devices enable different radios to accommodate multiple types of technology over the same infrastructure in the RAN. And so the 09 and the 11 are new nodes that dramatically increase the capacity of the network from 1 gig to 10 gig from an upstream standpoint, while retaining a lot of the interoperability and multi-service capabilities. Yet one of the other trends we see is there's a convergence of fixed and mobile traffic, this fixed mobile convergence concept, but there's also a technology convergence between the optical layer and the switching and routing layer. And so what we see is optical integration of switching and routing capabilities, whereas you have higher speed optical facilities on the data layer. So there's lots of moving pieces. So we had an optical announcement with a company in Chile, Telmex Chile, which is using our optical transport platform, paving the way for some of this advanced functionality with packet optical integration and migrating more toward a dynamic network that can better distribute bandwidth and make it more operationally efficient.